I'm Christy Lopez with MajorFilmEvents.com. It is Halloween, and we are at the ArcLight in Hollywood for the private screening of Rock, Paper, Dead, from the creators of classics such as Friday the 13th and Child's Play, and we cannot wait to chat with the cast and crew of the film, and they're going to tell us why this is going to be the new thriller cult classic. So, tell me, it was your first time doing a horror film. What was it like to be on set with so many classic horror legends? What was it, the entire vibe like?
I loved it. I loved it. You know, I loved, seeing Tom Holland and well, I loved working with Luke. I think so much too, because he's a really good actor. So that was more, I'm so sorry he's not here tonight. That was really, really the most fun for me. But I just liked the whole experience. It was neat.
And why do you think this movie, in particular, is going to be the next horror thriller classic?
I think if there were the genre people who like 80s, who like a sort of campy 80s, I've not seen this film, so it's very hard for me to tell you exactly what you're going to see. But if for people who want to see sort of a campy, fun movie with cute Luke McFarlane, you should come see it. Directing.
Well, perfect. Thank you so much, and congrats on the film. So, first of all, thanks for being here. What a perfect night to have a private screening for a horror film.
It's amazing. I mean, the cast is just so Halloween-oriented, from D. Wallace Stone to Ari Lehman, and then obviously Tom Holland, who's such a legendary writer. I grew up on Child's Play and Fright Night, so absolutely amazing. Yeah, so I'm just excited and just a fan of all the actors, Maureen McCormick and especially Michael Madsen, Reservoir Dogs and Hateful Eight. He's one of my favorites, so really excited to come out and support and be here.
If you were to be in a horror film, what role would you want to play?
I've always been a huge fan of Kane Hodder, who did Friday the 13th. He played Jason in parts 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I think just with my presence, I'm about 255 pounds, 6'4", so I kind of like those powering, heavy presence of those kind of killers there. That would be a lot of fun to play at some point.
And very quickly, do you have anything coming up that you want to share and promote and talk about?
Absolutely. I have a recurring role on NBC Superstore with America Ferrera and Ben Feldman. So I start filming that again. This is season 3 next week. And then also have a co-star November 9th on CBS SWAT starring Shamar Moore. And that's CBS's new series there. So really excited about that. And then we're possibly heading to Spain in December for a short film, and then Atlanta in January for a feature film. So.
Amazing. Congratulations on all of your success. Can't wait to see even more down the road, and I'm waiting for that film when you come out as Killer.
Thank you so much.
So today is a big day for you. We are celebrating and we are debuting this private screening of what could be a classic film. How do you feel?
I feel really excited, especially this is my first big thing as a featured lead and as an actor, so that's really cool, and it's a huge opportunity. I'm so grateful to everyone who's had me be a part of this. It's just really amazing. Tom Holland, Victor, Amy, everybody that's just taught me so much. I'm super grateful.
What did you learn from everybody else in their experience?
I learned so much. I'm trying to put everything down. Every single actor at some point or another on set came to me and gave me a little piece of advice. I don't want to cry because it was actually a couple times it was really emotional and really beautiful, just some of the things that they were saying to me, where I was I'm never gonna forget this. This was one of those moments in my life as an actor. Just things like Tom, him being whatever you're doing, kid, keep it up, and just patting me on the back after a scene and going wow, I really nailed that. Okay, cool. Whoa, that was amazing. Or Jennifer, just doing a scene with her and connecting with her. Luke and him connecting with me in the trailer and doing one-on-ones with me just to practice before we did our scenes together. Everything was just really, I know I'm going on, but really beautiful. And even though it was a horror movie, it was on set. It wasn't. It was really amazing. It was family. So.
One favorite scene to shoot.
Okay, so my favorite scene you'll see is the mirror scene, and everyone asks how did that happen, because there's a little sliver. I shouldn't even say it like this, I'm giving too much away, but there's this moment where he breaks the glass, and everyone kept saying did you guys do that on purpose? How many takes? No, that was the first take, and it just happened to happen that way, and it was just, I don't know, it was so fun, kind of getting to be a little bit of a bad person now at this point in the film. I'm not being killed anymore, now I'm kind of messing with Peter, and it was just, I don't know, it was really fun to get on that side of it, the character.
Why do you think it's going to be a Halloween classic? just like the rest of his work.
I feel like it's going to go in the same kind of categories of cult films for this era, because we don't have that. I mean, you look back in the 70s and the 80s, there's these great horror movies that are campy and whatever, and they're fun, but those are the movies that people like dress up for Halloween and like remember little lines from, and it's just, that's how I feel this is going to be, especially because it's like showing female empowerment too, giving a little twist on that edge of the hero.
Love it, love it. Well, we are so proud of you. If you want to quickly just mention your social media so we can keep following your journey, go!
Oh, Courtlyn Cannan on Instagram. Woo!
So tell us quickly, what is your role in the film?
Sure. I'm a co-executive producer on this film. It was an incredible project to be a part of, and I'm so happy we're here tonight.
How did you get involved?
I actually got my hands on the script, and I read it. Victor Miller wrote it, iconic writer from Friday the 13th. And when I read the script, it just blew me away. Classic horror, which you don't see a lot today. So, and the writing was just brilliant with twists and turns, and I then brought it to Amy Williams, the lead producer, and here we are. So, look what a phone call does.
Good for you. I think we need to give you all the credit here right now. So really quickly, just tell me what it was like on set with, obviously, an amazing, classic, legendary team.
Yeah, I mean, being around Victor Miller was iconic. Tom Holland. I actually did a scene in the film with Michael Madsen, which was just incredible experience to work with a legendary actor like him. So just each and every day it was challenges. We overcame them. And just the creative executions on a day-to-day basis was a lot of fun to put this thing together.
Amazing. Well, Brad, thank you and congratulations. So nice to meet you. Tell us all, what was it like to be a part of this film?
This film was so much fun to do. I worked mostly with Luke McFarlane, who is an absolute doll, no pun intended, on set and just in person. He's such a lovely person, so to see him play such a dark and twisted role is a lot of fun. And I think the film itself is just a really fresh take on the serial killer genre, which is really fun for a lot of the horror fans.
Was there any time in the film where you were actually legitimately scared yourself?
You know, I don't normally get scared when I'm on set doing horror things, but this particular film we shot in a very realistic dungeon for my portion, and it was, I remember walking on set and our director Tom was like, let me help you onto this, because it's kind of real, and it was a little uneasy. I wouldn't say I was scared, I was very well taken care of, but it was a little uneasy for sure.
That's hilarious. So tell us all, why do you think that Rock, Paper, Dead is going to be the next classic cult thriller?
I think horror fans, the reason why there's so many serial killer movies are because it's a formula that works and the fans love it and it's a genre favorite. I think this is going to be one of the next bigger ones because of the fresh way they reinvented it. And a lot of the people they brought on board are just super talented. I think people are going to fall in love with Luke in a weird, twisted way. So.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to see you on screen and to hear more about any projects, anything you want to promote and talk about.
Yeah, I mean, other than this coming out later this year, or I guess next year, it's October already, I have a film, a romantic comedy called The Competition coming out with Thora Birch and Chris Klein, where I play a stripper. That's lots of fun. And then I also have an indie drama called Swell that'll be doing the festivals next year, directed by Justin Lee, that I'm really excited about.
Amazing. So excited for all of your work. And quickly, because we do want to follow you and make sure that we're on board with your journey, tell everyone your social media, please.
Everything is at Gabrelle Stone, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, super easy. So.
Hey, Miss Stone. Okay, Miss Stone. Congratulations. Nice to meet you, too.
Well, congratulations, you know, with this film that you have coming out. Where did the inspiration come for you to do horror? Have you always been a fan of the genre?
I'm a huge fan of the genre. I love scary movies. Anybody that knows me knows. I love them, and I love genre films. I love all films, but scary movies are my favorite, and I love to honor the old storytellers that gave us, they opened the door for us. You know, Tom Holland, Fright Night, Chucky, Langoliers was terrifying when I was a kid. It was very scary when I was a kid. Thinner, and Friday the 13th was unbelievable when we were young. I mean, it was just a time where it was so exciting, and for me, they were an escape. Scary movies are adrenaline. You escape, yeah, and I love older artists, and I love to honor them. So I wanted to honor some legends with the first of the trilogy, because there's 3.
And in the format you honored them, this whole story is blending together these three different genres you
The
mentioned?
director is Tom Holland, he's 74, and the writer is 77, he's Victor Miller. It's Amy and the Seniors, you see? Yes.
Senior power, we love it.
G's, the OGs. You know?
Well, I know you've got a ton of people to talk to, but if you can describe this film in 3 words, what would the 3 words be?
Funny, creepy, and beautiful.
Wow. Okay, funny, creepy, beautiful. Amy, congratulations. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you so much.
So tell me the inspiration. I mean, I know that it's like a combination of playing homage to, these great, films from before. So how did you decide to come up with the concept to lay this out in a written script?
Well, I was introduced to Victor Miller, my writing partner, about 10 years ago, and he was my writing mentor. He taught me the ins and outs of screenwriting. And a couple of years ago, I came up with a basic idea, because I was trying to lure him out of retirement. He had been retired for several years. And at first he wouldn't give in. We had to exchange ideas and thoughts back and forth. And we probably had a good third of the story structure complete when he finally agreed to go full bore with it. And we did it really for fun. We had weekly Skype sessions, because I'm East Coast, he's West Coast, for about an hour, where we would discuss the script and who had what homework. And it was really, in the beginning, for fun, but after we finished, we realized that we might have just stumbled onto something really great.
I'm excited to see the film, but of course I'm going to ask you if you can describe this film in 3 words. What would it be?
Rock, paper, dead.
You are so clever. I like that. Thanks so much. I'm excited to see the film. Congratulations.
Hi, thank you.
Miss Kimberly, thank you for coming out tonight. What a perfect night for a horror film debut.
I know, it's like really scary and perfect to have it on Halloween.
And is there anything that you can kind of tell us about the film before we go and see it?
Okay, well, it was directed by the amazing Victor Miller, and it has a lot of the depth and the influence from Friday the 13th and those old movies from the 90s that really scared you. And it's got Tatum O'Neal and Michael Madsen, so really amazing performances by actors that we've all known and loved for years. And I think you're going to be thrilled. It's really a thriller. It's really great. It's along the line. It's like Friday the 13th meets Get Out. It's that good.
What can you tell us about your role and your part in the film?
Well, what's interesting is this is my first time out as a producer. So I'm one of the producers on this film, which was very exciting. But I play a judge in this movie. So with all the current things that are going on in this country, it was very nice to hold the gavel and say, you're out of order and do that kind of thing. I've never played a role like that before, so that was very exciting for me.
Well, I can definitely see how you can play the perfect judge with all that conviction and strength, strong woman.
You know what's good about playing a judge? You get to wear the robe and, shorts underneath, whatever you want. You don't have to do very much.
That's a fun little tip that, now when I watch the movie, I'm like, I wonder what she's rocking underneath there. I'm sure she's comfortable.
Yes, one day I was walking off the set and Michael Madsen said, wait a minute, Judge, let me see those legs.
How is this fair, right? Well, thank you so much for being here with us tonight at our screening. First of all, let me just see that Halloween spirit you've got on your hands.
You mean this?
Well, it's obviously the perfect night for a horror film debut. How do you feel?
This is amazing for me. I co-EP'd the film and brought it to Amy to see it in fruition, to see where it's at right now. It's amazing. So, I mean, the way, we got Victor Miller, we got Kerry, Fleming, we've got Tom Holland, we've got some great stars in there. Tatum O'Neal, Michael Madsen, Luke McFarland. I'm excited. Yeah, it's been a great experience for me.
So tell us why Rock, Paper, Dead is going to be the new cult classic.
You'll see. I mean, the costumes, I don't want to give anything away, so I'm just going to say you got to see it, and yeah, I'm going to leave it at that.
Well, we're super excited for you. Any upcoming projects?
Yeah, I'm looking at doing a film with Amy Williams on Red River. Also The Redeemer, which is very current, coming up. So I got a couple of those things going on as well.
Perfection. Well, all of our viewers are going to want to follow you, obviously. Do you mind plugging in your social media?
So I just downloaded it on my phone for this premiere, actually. So you can find me on Immortally Challenged Instagram. And my name is Adam Mathew Bartlett.
So it's the perfect night for a horror thriller private screening debut. Are you excited?
I'm so excited. It's gonna be scary. I'm excited to see what other people think too.
And so tell us about your role in the film.
So I play Zoe. I don't know if I can tell you too much, but I'm in high school and I wear this cute little skirt and I may or may not get killed. You don't know. I'm not going to tell you. But let's just say you guys will all gasp. It'll be like, oh my God, so scary, super scary.
So basically, are you bringing us that moment of that first fright?
In the very beginning, it's kind of like I don't want to give so much away. I'm so nervous. It's super scary. I just don't want to give it too much away. Yeah, but it's scary. You will all like be gasping and be wondering what's coming next. And it's funny at times. So it's not like you're not scared the entire time, but they did a really good job at keeping like the comical element along with the horror element. It's not gory, not too gory. So I mean, but there's still some of that stuff in there to make you like be like, okay, this is definitely a horror film.
Nice. And so speaking of that, how did it feel to be working with such horror producer legends?
Oh my God, it's amazing to work with Victor Miller and Kerry Fleming and Amy Williams and Brad. I mean, they're all just, they've been a dream to be able to allow me to come on the film. They've been a dream and they've been wonderful, and it's quite an honor because I've done like Scream Queens in the past at Disney and Nickelodeon, so to be on a horror film, it's definitely like a different change of motion for me.
So much fun. Well then, from now, if you don't mind just sharing all of your social media so we can continue to follow your entire journey, please.
Yeah, so follow me on Anna Margaret Music on Instagram, and Twitter is @TalkToAnna.
So I'm excited to see you on screen and to hear more of you in the future.
Thank you so much.
If you are a fan of horror cult classics, then you have to watch Rock, Paper, Dead. Such a fun night here at the ArcLight in Hollywood. I'm Christy Lopez, and you're watching MajorFilmEvents.com. Stay tuned because you will never know where we will be next.